Currently, a session with me costs you only $15 per hour, which is a third of an average pro coach, not counting knees. And you can apply for coaching through my very own Discord server, which will be linked down below. Now that we got that out of the way, let's take a look at a condensed session with a good friend of mine who at the time was gold. You see the issue with this?
They are walking with the wave, and I think we should fall back if that happens, right?
No, I think you shouldn't be in this push in general.
Really?
With the new season, with the last two seasons, season 14, season 15, helping the jungler with the leash is not a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, even in your games in gold here, it shouldn't be a thing. So that's why we went here, because they leashed, they came after the wave, it's a pre-hook. Now they come with the wave. You get fucked by the wave. If you stand here, you pay attention to the wave, if you stand here, there's a beautiful gap here. That even in my master lobbies, they still fall for that like 60 or 70% of the time. Like, look at this now. Like here, he walked up for attack, you could have hooked him here. Like, as he's going for the attack. He walks back, and now you kind of scare him off. But other than that, he would have walked up for the minion. Like, you can just keep going for that, you know. And then you would have won that. But, I mean, he's still kind of fucking dead. Because Vel'Koz is taking damage.
Yeah.
And then he walks up. What is this? Oh my god. Alright, yeah. Like, Vel'Koz is on a death timer. 1 second left. Jhin is alone in line.
Jhin is exposed. We rush level 2 and then we fuck him.
Try again.
I do have flash, so I could Q flash this guy.
Try again.
He should die. We try to zone him off of XP.
I like that better. Thank you. So what Jinx is doing right now, and what I want you to, yeah.
I mean, technically it's the same thing, no. So if he walks up, we fuck him up.
It's not necessarily the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I get what is.
If he lives, and you zone him off the wave, he loses more minions than if you kill him. To some extent. If you zone him off the wave and then you kill him later, he loses a lot more, because then he's dead when the wave crashes. If you just rush him right now and build up the wave and then crash it, he loses almost nothing. Because the death timer is like 5 seconds.
Use the pressure of him being alone to zone him off of XP. Good.
Another way to think about it. Look at the wave. Like, you have one wave. Like, just one wave.
It's about equal size, and we can't really crash it full without, like, having to do some awkward shit.
You can absolutely crush it to full, but how much tempo does this one wave give you?
Not much.
You can't roam, you can't reset, you're stuck in line for nothing.
Until wave 3, and then we crash that, right?
No, you don't. Jinx is hard pushing this. I went back. Jinx is instantly pushing this. You're both celebrating, and you're just autopiloting. That it happens.
So, after kill, don't push wave. I mean, okay, I think the reasoning here was like rush level 2. But yeah, to be fair,
are you fighting for level 2 with this Jhin? Is he in any state to take any XP?
He should be getting it first if he gets the XP. But yeah,
if you're not doing your job, yes.
We're not letting him get the XP. Okay.
Anytime he goes into XP range, you both walk up, or you just walk up, but preferably you both walk up, and he either walks away, or you kill him. Either way, he's not getting that XP. So right now, when you see this in another game, I want you to think, okay, Jhin shouldn't be able to get XP, and we should be slow pushing this.
I'm gonna try to make that my automated response to getting a kill first.
Yeah. So right now, Jinx even put out her Q for a second there. I don't know, but yeah, you're just hard pushing this at this point.
Yeah.
And then you start slow pushing it to some extent, but not really. So this doesn't even crash fully. Like this.
Yeah, this is terrible.
And now you're stuck here. Like, if Kane wasn't here, if Kane was good, and he was technically like just bot side for some reason, he just come back here and he might just fuck your lead. Because you have to stand here deep into their tower, probably taking free poke from Vel'Koz and Jhin, trying desperately to crash this wave into tower. While instead you could have done it over here because you didn't hard push it.
Yeah. That's good. Good point.
Because this is the worst spot for you ever.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have any play potential. See here, Velcos just took half your HP with 2 Qs.
Yeah.
Just because you're there and you can't do anything about it.
I think after this we back, yeah.
Yeah, with 0 tempo. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we decide, yeah, not.
Yeah.
And now we have a good spot again.
And why couldn't you reset?
Because we didn't have tempo, because the wave didn't crash good.
At this,
So yeah, I think
if you stay right now, you're fucked.
yeah, exactly.
But
yeah,
if you leave right now, you're
that
fucked.
level 1 thing, yeah, that is still the level 1 thing.
It's the exact same thing, yeah. It's the waves. I want you to recognize this also in your own games. That when you get a kill, and the wave is still in neutral play, you got one wave. It's not even a wave. Like I said, it's not even a wave, and you got another wave coming here. At least wait for this wave and then crash it, which gives you tempo. Because then you can actually reset without losing too much. Because in the early game, or in general, technically, it's not as much about the kills, but more about gaining resources and denying resources. So Jin dies, therefore he loses resources. You build up a big wave and gain tempo, therefore you don't lose that many resources. And that way you'll be higher level, and levels give stats.
Yeah.
And they will give stats more than your items will. Most likely.
True.
But at the same time, if you build up the wave and reset, you're going to get items as well. If you're just stuck here crashing single waves, you're never going to be able to leave without losing.
Okay. Gonna relay that to Zeb.
Yeah, because he's just pushing right now. But this is...
Yeah, I mean, at that point, we kind of have to crash it and back. No. I mean, yeah, okay, wait for the next wave and then crash that.
Okay. Since you said it, I'm going to make you watch it. Alright, so the wave comes here. First wave meets. This kind of wave. Neutral spot. It's completely neutral. You go fuck up the Jin. Jin dies. Good job. You don't fuck with the wave. Jin's dead for another 10 seconds, uses 30 seconds down. So it's about 40 seconds to get there. It takes less for the mini waves, because it's already halfway through the line almost. So, if you just think about this... Let's see. Wave comes here. It would have met a little bit earlier, because the wave would be here. And then you start hard pushing it. Jin's still not back, by the way.
Where is he? Can you turn off Fog of War?
It's not that important, but yeah. You'd see him
halfway now, but...
Yeah, so you have plenty of time to crash that. Plenty of time. Like, you're crashing it here, but you could have crashed it here. It would be 2-3 seconds later. Like, 3-4 seconds later.
Yeah.
And then you crash it, and then you actually have the wave. Because Vel'Koz wouldn't have been able to thin it out without walking up. And then you kill the Vel'Koz for walking up. Yeah. Like,
okay, I see the vision,
yeah, you're just giving them free XP, and you're giving them potential. And imagine if Kane wasn't a... He just chose Scuttle over free double kill. Just look at this guy. Nah. How long? Nah.
Oh my god.
Imagine an alternative scenario where the Kane had a brain. And he walked down bot lane, and he just got...
Alternative scenario where Kane's parents weren't related.
Yeah. So, yeah. This could have fucked your entire game up. Back, and now, where's the wave?
Happy spot.
What do we do with it?
We keep it.
Can you keep it?
Possibly. I mean, not really keep it, but we can slow the push.
Yes, slow push.
Because our second wave arrives. And
he's pushing it. So, is this a slow push?
No.
Do you get any tempo from this?
Not really.
Yeah, you get like a second or two. Oh, look, you got the ward, and then you can go back. Yay, tempo.
He's very happy about me building the bridge every game.
Yeah, I was about to say, almost finished the bridge.
Yeah, didn't have time for it.
I know, because the tempo. You got like 2 seconds of tempo to work on here. Like, you can't go all the way here. Nah. That's kind of the point. You are prevented from building the bridge because your pre-made is not building up the waves. It's a core fundamental to being able to actually build up the bridge, to being able to put out deep vision, and to actually translate your lead. Alright, what would you want to do with this wave?
try to like slow it down until our wave arrives, but
Tell
they
me
should possibly
exactly
prevent.
tell me exactly what you would do with each and every minion.
I think we kill 2 melee minions to have like 4 or 3.5 minions left to hold these if we can, if they don't punish us for it, and then try to freeze that.
I wouldn't necessarily try to freeze, considering they might reset and then you stay with both
Mhm.
of you half HP.
Yeah, true. But like
But
slow push, okay.
but like removing the 2 lowest melee minions right there,
Yeah.
and keeping the highest HP melee and keeping the 3 range minions, I think would be a good starting point, and then you can start slow pushing it, getting maybe a 3-wave crash, and then you get a reset for free.
Okay.
They will most likely reset off this wave. And then you are technically free to build it up. It's kind of scuffed on the second to third wave, because they might start thinning it out, they might start trying to fight you, and you're kind of low on HP. You will have regen a little bit before they come back, but the core thing is that you're going to have such a big wave that if they try to fight you in it, they more likely will lose. What will happen? What will happen with the waves? Because she takes the wave.
Yeah,
What will
the
happen with
wave
next
will
waves?
die, and then the waves will meet in the middle. The Jin trap will trigger, and I guess it's like technically pushing into us, but having us there will make it push into them again, and then it's like we're back to the one wave crash or something.
And I'm going to ask you a very stupid question.
Mhm.
Are you where is safer to farm? Where you're standing right now, or when you go into the middle?
Where we are now,
Yeah.
closer to our turret,
And how do you stay here farming?
not pushing the wave.
Yes. If I keep asking you these stupid questions, eventually you'll ask yourself these stupid questions in game. It's funny. Now you have to walk up. You get poked down. They get the prior. They get more resources because you give them the resources for free. Then Vi comes and gives a bad gank. Maybe get the Velkas for it. But again, we're just fast pushing the shit out of the wave. But at this point, it's actually decent. It's not that bad. And then we're staying for plates. Did we at least know where the cane was? We probably did not. So, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, he was like, "I'm greeting for plates. Please hover me."
what do you mean? Please hover. If he comes
Yeah,
here,
I
you're both dead. Very dead. You do not greet for the plates here.
I was like, yeah, okay, we can take 1. Please don't go for 2.
All right, I want you to look at this. Okay. So from about here, I'd say he should not in this elo, of course, but a good Kane player should look at this wave and recognize that you might have to walk up for those minions, and he'll hover around the bot lane at 10-10. So from there on out, the wave wouldn't have gotten this fucked in a higher game, but let's say 10-10. He has now had 40 seconds to realize that he should be around bot lane. And any given moment, if he came bot lane, you'd be dead. In those 40 seconds of a time span. And you're just stretching that time limit even further by staying now.
I'm writing in all caps, don't greed for plates when no info on enemy jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, you killed him here. So imagine you just instantly reset after crushing this wave. You reset at like 10:50. Go here, push the wave, 10:46 soon. You reset at 10:46. Takes about 8 seconds. You'd be back in spawn at like 10:55. Let's say that, 10:55. And let's say it takes you 30 seconds back to lane, so that's 11:25. You'd be back in lane now. Or you could have been mid lane. Holy shit, imagine if you were mid lane right now. You walked in the mid lane with Aura here. Jace is fucked. You go for the Jace, you push the wave, and you go for the grubs. You just gain mid prio for free. You just kill the mid laner, push the mid lane, and you go for the grubs. Free grubs. You just set your team up for grubs. But you're here right now. Because you wanted to play. In addition to that, you should be losing some resources. You're losing less than I would have thought, but you're losing some. And then chaos. Holy shit.
Yeah, no.
But again,
Chaos, low elo.
but again, imagine if you didn't breathe that light, and you took the smart route of going here through the jungle, here, where you can decide in this intersection or this intersection. Do I want to go to mid lane? Is there anything to do here?
Yeah.
Or you can go bot lane. There's nothing for me to do mid lane. I'm just gonna go bot lane. Imagine at 11:25 you could have been mid lane. So you'd walk through here, you'd spot, okay, Jace is walking up, he wants to push that wave for the objective. Either one, he wants to push for either objective. Ari is here, you smack him in the face, he's dead, Ari gets the wave pushed, they don't have a mid laner, and then you go for the dragon. Jace is down. They either fuck off, or they fight it, and you're 4v3. And you win the fight.
True.
This is because of one plate, by the way. One plate.
Yeah.
It can really change a lot. Instead, this is a fight that, like, you're winning it, but imagine if you lost it. Like, that would be a massive throw.
Yeah.
And they did get the dragon, so it's not ideal. But like,
yeah, exactly.
the reasoning behind what I said, laning phase is easy and mid to late game is hard. Laning phase, you have one dude for the most part that you have to control, that you have to play around. And there is a certain schematic around it, a certain schema that you follow. It has routines.
Yeah,
you build up the wave comes in the happy spot, they walk up, you kill them, you build up the wave, you crash the wave, you get tempo, you go. Like, it's so structured that you know exactly what to do at any given moment. In the mid to late game, it's so chaotic. Your teammates may not build up the waves, you don't get any tempo, you don't know whether or not you should go for the objective because your teammates have 50 different strategies on how to do the game. So it's very difficult to play and know what play will actually work. Because maybe your play would have been very, very fucking good, but if not everyone's on board, then it doesn't work, and then you're fucked. Or someone else's play would have been awesome, but then you don't understand their play, and then you can't follow it, and then they're fucked. Like, there's just so much that can go wrong. While here, it speaks for itself in a way. Once you understand it, the pattern makes sense. It's like a 9-to-5 job. You just, becomes a routine. You just do it automatically, and it's easy.
And
Instantly pushing the wave again. Yay. Instantly pushing next wave. I hope you see a pattern.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a fucking stupid thing. But again, oh no, we did that so we get the feat of strength.
Yeah. And at this point, it's such a new thing. I can't tell if it was worth it. The boots are strong, but are they really that strong? Because you guys just got
ace for that.
Yeah. So that this is the turning point. To some extent, like this is why you started losing. Like, they get a shit ton of gold from this. Pretty sure they get extra gold from aces, as well as they got shutdowns. And they get to push mid turret for this, probably.
Now they have gold advantage.
Yeah, they literally have gold. Let's look at that. So yeah, they got 3k gold as a team for that. 3k gold as a pull item.
Even more. The fucking turrets they take.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Oh my...
Holy shit, look at that. That's almost 5k gold difference. That's 5k gold difference right now. They are in the lead right now, and Ari is on
I don't know if that's like if we don't take that Drake, they get boots, but like this is like definition thing, I guess.
Well,
is it this worth it?
Let's try to analyze it. I'm not really too good at this, but let's try to analyze it.
Could we have gotten out here? I mean, I guess I could have tried to like stall and zone them a bit, because I'm not really that valuable on the objective itself.
I don't think you could have done that solo. Not here. So you kill them, you do the Herald. Good. And then you push the mid lane. Good. The Herald is kind of unnecessary, but I guess that applies pressure. Not really though, because you just won't shut him.
The thought was to stall for Drake.
Yeah. I mean, you just you're just locking yourself in the pit to make sure you get it, but it also kills you. So, like, one of the things is you're not supposed to give them the grounds. Like, that's why you cover the entrance to, like, keep them away. Because right now they're just getting... All of them can just surround you. That's what they're doing. They're just surrounding you. Like, you're closing yourself in the pit. And the team that can't dash out, they just get surrounded and just get killed. So... The main thing that you're supposed to do... I think it might have worked here as well. You're supposed to stand in this bush that you've just cleared with Ari. Or Riven. Okay. But it's very often the mage, the one that can poke them. Because you're supposed to, when you have more time, more ground, you're supposed to, for example, hold here while they're going to come from here. You poke them down. Every step of the area they take, they lose HP. So you get a hook in, and Ari throws a charm, she throws a Q. That enemy is like half HP, even less because of that. They have to back off. And then you give up the ground, you go here, you do the exact same thing, your cooldown's back. You do the same thing when the next one walks up. You Q, Ari charms, she throws the Q, she throws the W. They're under half HP. There are now 3 people left. They can't go for the objective anymore. It's over. They can't contest it at 3v5 now. So that's kind of the thing. Right now you kind of only have this bush. You see Jhin in the midline. Valkas is walking up first there. So if you were standing here, you can't really stop the Jace. So if you were standing here with the Ari, you'd hook in the Valkas walking obliviously in here. So let's look at this from the Valkas perspective. Because you just clear this. She doesn't see anymore. And you just walk back in here. Valkas walks here. Hook. He's dead. He's actually fucking dead. Like, this is illegal. He's dead. And if he's dead, they can't actually get the objective. You wouldn't have lost this fight. Necessarily. Like, look at the... you saw how much Valkas did this fight, right? Look at the Valkas. He almost killed you. And he ults your entire team. Jinx get... Okay, didn't do that much. But he did some. He honestly did some. And then everything goes to shit. But imagine the Valkas died here. I'm gonna have to try to imagine everything. That's gonna be quite difficult. Imagine Valkas dies here.
Yeah.
The Jace shouldn't be able to walk in here solo. Technically. So if you kill the Valkas here, you kind of have to give up the ground a little bit. You step a little bit back. And then your team should walk away from the objective. Depending on the HP of the dragon. Should walk and turn on the Garen and Jhin here. Jace is far away. Right? So if Valkas is dead. Valkas is not there. Garen and Jhin are walking up alone. While Jace is here. You have a choice. You turn on the Jace or you turn on the Garen and Jhin. The Jace is going to back off and then the Garen and Jhin is going to walk up here. So I would go for the Garen and Jhin. If they back off, then you get the dragon. Then they're not contesting it. So you killed Valkas because you covered the entrance.
I think killing the Valkos would also like make them rethink this.
But they'd still win it, honestly. Looking back at it, I still think they could have won that.
Still, it would like the shock value does exist. I feel like.
Yeah, definitely. But if it didn't change their minds, then Valkas would be dead right here. Jace would be far, far away, and you'd turn on the Garen and Jhin as a full team. You fuck up the dragon.
Kayn is still too far to smite the Drake, so we should be getting it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That aspect doesn't matter. The fact that Kayn is far away is good for the fight, but for the dragon it doesn't matter. Because you just kill the Valkas. Jace is zoned out.
We just lose less for the fight and the Drake.
Yeah. You kill the Valkas by zoning out. Jace is zoned out. Garen and Jhin walks up with Kayn too far away, Jace too far away. It's a 4v2. Potentially 5v2. Imagine Ari actually zones out the Jace the entire time. He will never be able to join his team. Valkas is already dead, meaning it's a 4v3 if you just turn on the Garen Jhin. 4v2 because Kayn is too far away. So, in that scenario, it's a 4v2. Garen and Jhin either die, lose HP, and then back off, or back off instantly. And that means they give up the dragon. And you turn back on the dragon and you take the dragon. That way you don't have a bad fight. Now, before you click out of this video, I want to remind you that you can apply for coaching yourself for only $15 an hour through the Discord server, which is linked in the description. Leave a like if you learned something new, and subscribe if you want to learn more.